Rapi opens her eyes. There is no one in her arms.
Red Hood?
Rapi looks around. There is nothing. Rapi quickly stands up. Breathing heavily, she frantically looks around the area. But what's even more surprising is not only did she stay probably just motionless for years, obviously they... I know NIKKEs don't necessarily have to eat and drink, it's just to sort of keep them from having a mind switch and stuff like that as well. It's like literally recreational. But the fact that they were never discovered by raptures or any NIKKE patrols while, you know, they were there, that's impressive. That's damn impressive.
Where? Could she really be alive?
Rapi suddenly feels a sense of calm. He places a hand on her chest. Her mind feels at peace. Red Hood was dead. But... okay. However, despite that, she feels as if she is still with her somehow. Maybe it is something that Deep did. I remember them mentioning something about dual core thing. So, yeah. But even then, like, when it was questioned before, Ingrid was like, we don't know how it's happened. It's just a thing that happens. We have no idea.
I will become you.
Rapi begins to walk.
Let's go back to the Ark.
Ark. Elysium headquarters. Two people walk speedily down a hallway.
What's her status?
Oh hey, it's Whitehead Rapi.
Surprisingly normal. How long has it been?
Over 4 years.
So she was out on the surface with Red Hood for 4 years. Yeah, it is a bit weird. Like all I can think about is how she disappeared is something happened at one point for whatever reason, and they combined together because of something that Deep person did. Magic.
I can't believe it. Have you checked the combat data?
But then again, look at freaking, you know, what's her face? Grave. She's a mass producer, and she's been gone for years. She was even before these ones.
Yes, it seems there have been more than 300 battles over the past 4 years.
Wow. 300 battles over the past 4 years? God damn. Oh yeah, because she was on the... oh, I mean, it's supposed to be in a week anyway, but still.
300, not 30.
I said, most mass-produced NIKKEs don't even survive a single battle.
Yes, 300. And that's only the number of large-scale engagements she took place in. If we include all encounters with raptures, it's more than 3 times that.
Goddamn, 3,000? I mean, she was deployed on the surface quite a lot of the time during the second reclamation week. Have I never noticed this before, sorry, with Ingrid, that she literally has smoke grenades in her freaking coat? Or flashbangs? She's just always prepared.
This is unbelievable.
It is tactical.
Trust me, I felt the same. But the data doesn't lie.
Let's hurry. Excuse me.
Over there.
Hey, we got to see her without the goggles on. Nice.
RR15436. Is that correct?
Red Rapi, let's go.
I'm Ingrid, the CEO of Elysium. Let me confirm again. RR15436 is your name, correct?
No. It's Rapi.
Nice. She's not referring to herself as the codename anymore.
Very well, Rapi.
I mean, like, if you do Vesta's story, I think it's either her story or one of her dorm interaction things that you do, the counseling session. She literally says, like, oh, how did you become an SSR? Oh, Ingrid gave me a gun and I shot it, and she said, you're an SSR.
How are you feeling?
Fine. No issues.
All right. I'm going to ask you a few simple questions now.
I just can't remember if it's her actual, like, Bond story or just a counseling session.
I only ask that you answer truthfully.
All right.
Did you participate in the Second Surface Reclamation War 6 years ago?
So it's been 6 years since she was on that happened, and she spent 2 years, I think, in the service, and 4 years. Oh, good
I
lord.
do not know for how long, but yes, I did.
For 2 years, you took part in numerous operations, large and small. Correct?
Yes.
That's correct.
After that, we suddenly lost contact with you for 4 years.
And then she just appears. I mean, like, for a mass-produced unit, she's a goddamn miracle.
Where have you been during that time?
I was on the surface.
What were you doing on the surface for 4 whole years?
I was searching for a way back to the Ark.
Alone?
There were a few NIKKEs who joined me along the way. They all died.
How did you get to the Ark?
It's been established as well, there's multiple lifts that actually go to the surface from the Ark as well. It's just find the bloody things.
I took the elevator.
Our data shows you engaged in over 300 battles during your time on the surface. Is that correct?
I don't remember the exact number, but battling with the Raptures was a constant feature of my time up there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, where did the ammo come from? I don't know, it just kind of existed.
And you survived all of those fights.
Yes. I had to survive.
Welcome back, Rapi.
Thank you.
We plan on conducting a thorough examination. Is that all right?
Like, I'm glad it's Ingrid that actually got her hands on her rather than frickin' Suyin.
No problem. Have you detected any issues?
They would definitely dissect her.
There are no signs of corruption or mind switch symptoms.
Which is shocking considering, but still.
You're safe. That's a relief. Would it be all right if I asked a question?
Please, anything.
What happened with the Second Surface Reclamation War?
We're still underground. Didn't go very well.
We failed. That would have happened about 4 years ago.
Ah.
It must have been right after I went to the surface. Even back then, the situation was dire.
Yes, 2 months after you last went to the surface, the central government officially announced the failure of the Second Surface Reclamation War.
So, it only lasted for 2 years and 2 months.
I think is that less than the first one?
So, what do we do now?
Yeah. I mean, she has low data, obviously.
We have decided to adopt the tactics proposed by New Hope. Our primary strategy will incorporate guerrilla warfare, carried out by elite commanders, and a small number of NIKKEs under their individual command.
So yeah, it's like, okay, squads of 5 and a commander.
There would be no more large-scale deployments to the surface.
Are we buying time?
She can't She can't have a personality switch if she doesn't have a personality. Ah!
So both.
Yes.
I have no further questions at this time. Please proceed with the examination.
A mass-produced NIKKE who survived on her own for 4 entire years.
I mean, not completely on her own, but she hasn't mentioned Red Hood yet.
Wandering the surface freely without hiding. It's a story that almost defies belief. She has an unbelievable amount of combat experience. Perhaps this could...
Da, 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 da.
Ma'am! Ma'am!
Call me instructor. This must be rather important if it justifies barging in here without knocking.
You need to come see this. It's beyond my authority to decide what to do next.
This is, I think, I'm gonna just guess right now. This is when they literally discover, like, she has more than one core. Oh no, didn't they? She said before as well, when they're examining her originally, she literally changed into Red Hood, like on the table or something when they were checking her out. Yuck. Elysium's NIKKE research lab. Rapi lies asleep on a bed connected to various machines. Screens displaying Rapi's test results fill the wall.
All right, what's going on?
Her body weight is more than twice the average.
Which is why I'm surprised she didn't break the barrier in that moment when she was, like, literally on it during the April Fools. And yeah, I'm surprised the commander's still alive.
And most importantly, there are 2 cores.
Mm-hmm.
What? Explain to me how something like that could happen.
I have no idea. This is the first time we've encountered a case like this.
So technically this is still an utter complete mystery outside of it's probably something that deep individual did when they mentioned about the dual core thing when it came to fixing them both.
Although only 1 core is active, we have no idea how this is even possible.
Like, what? Did she just absorb her at some point? Like, right in?
Also,
Is there something else?
within her nymph, the region dedicated to her sense of self is densely packed. We consulted the past records, and it was almost empty when she first became a NIKKE.
The best thing to probably do is not think too hard about it. That's probably to do with Red Hood's, where it's densely packed.
Are you telling me she honed her own sense of identity over time?
Maybe her own sense of identity. I mean, she probably did, to be honest.
It appears so.
Get in my belly. Didn't something like this happen with Noah? I've not done her Bond story, but I've read on like Reddit and stuff like that apparently Noah used to be a mass-produced NIKKE herself. He then turned into, like, became like the pilgrim that she is.
What about the brain scan results?
Other than the abnormally extensive combat data, there were no other significant findings.
As far as I'm aware, it's not completely unheard of for, like, someone who's, like, a mass-produced to become someone who isn't mass-produced.
We haven't been able to get access to certain parts of the brain, but considering it's only a week's worth of information, we doubt it.
Yeah, Scarlet was one. I mean, she was, I mean, her and her sister, they kind of looked unique anyway, but they were part of, like, the mass-produced melee unit, so, yeah. And then she was given a Grimm's body. And I just found it hilarious when it was like, okay, you have Clay, who's also, like, was like an experimental melee unit, but they were all to do with fist fighting. Why would you go in fist? I mean, I say that, and then there's also, you know, the Queen herself, who would fist fight the NIKKEs, the Raptures. Guilty would probably do the same thing too. Probably be more effective if she did.
All right. Reconstruct her body based on this self-identification data.
At some point, we'll get that British lash, maybe. I don't know.
I think it would be best to dispose of this current body with 2 cores.
But, reconstruct her body based on her self-identification. That's why she gets the new look. Okay.
Are you sure we shouldn't look into it further?
Because obviously when they made her originally, she didn't have that much self-identification, which is why she got a mass-produced body. Whereas now she has a sense of self, they can actually just make one for her.
There are too many unknown factors here. It's best to only have one nymph.
I understand.
Yeah, we also know that she has no nymph. Hey, there's Rapi.
How do you feel about your new upgrade?
But I thought she wore the outfit she had there so the commander can see her ass. That might be fan lore.
I don't feel particularly special. It feels like this face and body have always been mine.
It's the ideal image of yourself, nestled within your subconscious. The fact it feels familiar to you is hardly surprising.
I mean, in a way, the only thing that kind of makes me think like, okay, that's the ideal look in terms of like, you know, from Red Hood, because she said she wanted to be her, is the jacket. The rest is like, eh.
Is that so?
There is something I should tell you.
And those hips don't lie, that's for sure.
Your body weighed over twice what it should, and contained 2 separate cores.
You calling Rapi fat? How dare you?
That body was disposed of due to safety concerns. But even your current body, which was generated based on your own self-identity data, exhibited the same anomalies. No matter how many times we tried, the results were the same.
So they tried multiple times with like creating more bodies for her, and even then like the cores. Because you'd think they'd also try to separate the cores, wouldn't you? I don't think that was able to be done.
Something embedded within your own sense of self caused this. Do you have any idea what that might be?
No.
Very well. I understand. From now on, you will be affiliated with Elysion.
Hooray!
Further research will be conducted to utilize the output of the cores in your body. Do you have any objections to this?
No.
The research will proceed concurrently with your practical operations. You will be assigned to a specific squad and participate in missions with them to gather data. Is there a particular squad you would like to join?
Man, I forgot how much of a fight squish there was with Rapi. Like, yeah. It's nice.
If you have a preference, we will honor that request.
But like, I love this theory that's been going around as well. That Neon, everyone's been like joking that she's about her being a spy. What if she is actually a spy, but for Deep? That's where the glasses came from. Like, all this time, she's actually been a NIKKE created by those guys.
I want them to be strong.
Strong?
Yes. I want squad mates whom I won't have to worry about dying or falling apart.
So you got given a niece and Neon. Fun.
Is there any particular reason why you care about this so much?
There is something that I wish to become. In order to achieve that, I require strong allies.
What is it that you want to become?
Goddess of Victory.
Red Hood.
Okay, mention Red Hood instead. Which at this point as well, Red Hood obviously was from 100 years ago and would also be classified information that no one would know about, and there's no way she should know about Red Hood.
Good. We have the perfect squad for you. It is Elysion's elite combat squad.
Oh yeah, this is where she doesn't get a niece and Neon. Of course not. This is where she joins Absolute.
I doubt you'll find anything lacking in them. Nor they with you.
I understand. Thank you.
Years later, ARC, Elysium's NIKKE research lab.
They've told me about your performance reports. Unhwa has been praising you, which she doesn't give easily.
It's because the three of them have done so well looking out for me.
I do wonder, like, what caused the bit where she wanted to sort of leave them, which of course we'll get to. But I thought at this point as well, they were already limited to, like, not allowed to be larger than 3 members to a squad.
Good. Let's keep it up.
Maybe not yet. But yeah, I thought it was already at that point.
Absolute will soon become the most formidable squad there is.
I'm sorry, but most Tetra squads are actually stronger, including the maids.
Instructor,
What is it?
I would like to push the subcore to its limit today.
No, I'm against it. You nearly died after only 10 seconds of operation.
I know. But I can feel it. Something will change if I push it. I want to see whether I'm right.
That's a big risk to take, Rapi.
Fine. But if I deem it to be too dangerous, I'll put a stop to it immediately.
Is this the first time when she actually turns into Red Hood? Interesting.
I understand. Thank you. The subcore is activating. It's causing the influence of the main core to recede.
Shut it down!
I can't. We don't have control.
What
The body is reconstructing. What's happening?
What?
And also, don't forget the weapon comes along with it too, which is very bizarre.
Rapi's body is transforming. The main core has gone silent.
What on earth is happening?
Yeah, you gotta think like, wait a second. How is this possible? Like...
Subcore has stabilized. Body reconstruction is complete.
It's like if you were like, say, a chocolate manufacturer or something, and then suddenly that chocolate turned into a car, you'd be like, how the hell did that happen? I made this. What how?
Huh?
She looks completely different.
She's completely red.
Check the database. Identify that NIKKE.
Yes, ma'am.
Red Hood.
What on earth is this?
After searching through the old databases,
Did you find it? Did you find Red Hood?
we've identified the NIKKE that Rapi transformed into as Red Hood of the Goddess Squad.
Ah, but you had to go through the old databases. Okay.
What?
Oh wait, no,
How?
it wasn't them. They was the Grim 2 that were wiped, not the Grim 1, but still.
I don't know. I have no idea what this means.
Ma'am, I just work here.
She's currently asleep and shows no signs of awakening.
Rapi wanted to become Red Hood. Her ideal, the one she was suppressing, emerged when the subcore took control.
Yep.
Find a way to restore Rapi to her original state. Use whatever means necessary.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, I'm sorry to have to do this.
Didn't they like create some sort of injection for her for that to happen? Interesting.
But after this is over, I will have to erase the memories of everyone involved, including you.
Ooh, mind wipe time. Ooh, nasty.
What?
It's too dangerous to have anyone else know this information.
Hey, yeah, it's true. It's true, to be honest.
It could turn the Ark upside down.
Why would it do that?
We've discovered here that you can become whatever person you envision in your own mind.
I mean, technically, no. Because there's the 2 cores, but I suppose in a way, yeah. I made this.
By using the nymph to insert specific data about an individual into their subconscious and making their personality theirs.
I mean, technically, you could mass produce Red Hoods. Yes, that is something you could probably do. But then again, a lot of the NIKKEs that we see, they do come with barcodes. So I assume that there is multiple copies of some of them. But at the same time, it's nice to think there's only the one version. Like, by rights, I think there's only one version, but they do have barcodes.
And then, reconstructing the body.
Any person could be reproduced as a NIKKE.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that, you could bring the dead back to life or create as many copies of the same individual as you wanted.
That is something that could be a possibility.
But surely someone must have thought of this before. Bacillus, for instance?
Yeah.
They must have all failed.
Oh my god, Crisis can become Lily-wise. I hope you just... Please no.
But Rapi here
You'll be pretty, though.
is the undeniable result that it's possible.
Only because of Deep.
Since we have the end result, we should be able to trace our way back through the process that led to it.
Like, it makes... Like, I can understand her thought process here at the moment of what she's seeing, but it's also like... But the sub-core is literally Red Hoods. So... Surely you'd need to have the core data for that to happen.
This needs to be buried. It's too dangerous.
Where did that go? Oh, there it is.
Understood. Once I'm finished here, you can proceed with my memory wipe.
Damn. Easily accepting it. Her fate.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Present. Commander's room.
Everyone knows how the rest of the story goes.
I want a reminder.
I was consumed by the thought of becoming Red Hood. I realized that I was only using those who considered me a friend, and so I left Absolute. I wandered aimlessly, and eventually ended up meeting Anise. Then I met the commander, and then Neon. And that led me here.
Dang, you've really been through it.
Yeah, that's saying something.
You're like a living witness of history.
Red Hood really left an indelible impression on you, didn't she? That's a hell of a word.
Yes. Were it not for Red Hood.
So, are they trying to say that Red Hood was actually never in her or something? It's just that she really wanted to become Red Hood, so she just did?
I probably would have died without achieving much of anything.
I don't know if I believe that.
I wouldn't have met you either.
Well, man. She really did embody what you considered perfection.
And I still feel that way about her. But now, rather than becoming Red Hood, I simply want to become like her. I think I can do it. No, I will do it.
Yeah, I prefer to think of like it is more along the lines that it was literally just the two. I mean, she literally weighed twice anyway with the two cores as well, so I'm gonna just stick with the thing that was originally the way it was rather than think about it too much. They really was just two NIKKEs in one body.
She passed on her power, her sense of duty, to me. I have squad mates who I can never imagine dying or getting hurt. And a commander capable of guiding me.
I don't know what it is with the armband though. Why it's glowing and shit. But she definitely has the thing to do with, yeah, fusion. But like I said, when it was a deeper individual, they mentioned something about when it came to the repairing about the dual core thing. So, yeah. Whatever they did, I think, ended up causing this to happen, eventually.
There's no reason for me to fail.
Because she was like, well, Red Hood's gonna die. And they have a lot of spare room. Fuck it. Oh, I nearly forgot. That secret room you wanted me to construct has been done.
Hmm?
I bring out the cassette player that was next to the bed.
Is that?
It's a gift I received from Red Hood. It's been a while, so why don't we listen to it?
Thank you.
Does that thing still work?
Anise, please.
It should. I've seen Master listen to it once in a while.
All right, I'm pressing play. Country music flows from the speakers of the cassette player. And we all listen to the music in silence. Rapi closes her eyes and does a backflip, recalling the past which she missed so dearly. The music ends. Damn, Rapi laughed.
It still really isn't my style of music.
It's been a while since we've been back to the Ark.
Oh hey, it's the opening when you're loading in.
You're right. I hope nothing's happened.
Oh shit. Rapi?
Yes, Commander?
What are you thinking about? So technically the prison escape might be happening when we are on our way back, but that'll be interesting to see. Oh. Is that the moment where she got shot? Then she turned into the mass-produced one. And she's still walking. Then there's Red Hood. And she lost Red Hood. Oh. There's a little hat and everything. Very tactical. That's a very tactical running, Emma. Of course. Damn you, white light! It's okay. You can run like Red Hood. It's fine. Very sweet. And there's still the epilogue to go.
I was thinking about what I want to do in the future.
Footsteps, walk, run, end.